Testing 1, 2. Sweet. Looks like we have audio. Sweet. You know, I've always wanted to kind of tested the like a zoom echo effect. You know, I've always wanted to kind of tested the like a zoom echo effect. You know, I've always wanted to kind of tested the like a zoom echo effect. You know, I've always wanted to kind of tested the like a zoom echo effect. You know, I've always wanted to kind of tested the like a zoom echo effect. You know, I've always wanted to kind of tested the Thanks. Alright, let's see. Since we're doing drums, I kind of switched this camera angle, so hopefully you can see a little better. I don't think there's really any sort of lighting scenario where this looks better or worse, so hopefully you can roughly get an idea of what I'm doing. I'll talk through it. We'll do some filter sweeps and stuff. Filter sweep isn't quite the right word, and there's a dog exactly where I need to be. Good dog. He just wants treats. Let's see here. Alright, so what I've got is a couple of really basic drum patterns set up with the llama. We're going to talk llama right now. The llama kick is surprising to me because I got both it and the polar bear snare at the same time. And I immediately loved the polar bear snare and did not care about the kick. But as the test of time has told, the llama kick is still in my case and the snare is not, so it's got some magic. Alright, so I've got the same drum pattern, and I've got it across a couple of different drum modules, including the let's see, you can't even see me right now. Let's just go like back to one. Including the kick, the llama kick, the crater is usually my go-to. That's what I use for ducking as far as the signal chain goes. And then I used to have the BIA, but I'm trying out the Timp Legio, I'm pretty sure. The Leggier one. Yeah, the Timp Legio for drum as well. I don't use it as a kick, but I can show off what it sounds like in case you're curious to hear some of those things. One after the other. I'm going to do one at a time, though, because I kind of hate when demos do too much at once. Like that. Oops. Okay, so this is just the llama kick, and it's pretty much perma set to these settings. Let's go to the camera where maybe you can see that, not sure. It's this friend right here, and I've got it, you know, the settings aren't like a huge deal. There's not a huge range on it, but I particularly like the... Oh, I know what's happening. Hold on. I have a... Actually, let's show that off for a second. I'm using the theremin as to trigger the toggle on the looper. Anyway, forgot about that. Okay, the thing I love the most about the llama at this setting, I love the big wumpy bass. Like, this thing with good bass will shake a stadium. But also this one little tiny knob, which should be the big knob, immediately gets you into like laser sounds. Right, I also got it because it has a llama on it, and so does my neighbor, so that is that's the beater setting. And straight up is one of my favorite things because for faster tempo stuff, it's just pretty cool. So I'm going to set up another quick drum pattern with this, just so you can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to do crater kicks, and then use llama kicks in between. Like the ways I like using it. That's with 2 different drums though. Okay, so back to just the llama. I'm going to reduce the laser a little bit, because this wolf is just so good, like, just marveling it. I'm going to take a quick snapshot of it real quick, because I don't know if I'm going to remember the settings. I never change the settings. But I can't get to my camera. There we go. Yup. Good enough. Oh, missed it. Hope I didn't just dox myself. Nope. Sweet. Alright, back to the chat, which is here somewhere. Okay, cool. Let's move on. So the top knob, I can't even read because of the, I think it's vibration or something. So it's almost like the pitch, but not really. And I can slow this down if you want to hear the individual drums a little more if you want. This is just the llama right now. When you heard that other pattern, this pattern here, coming up in a second, that's the crater plus the llama. So it can definitely get into like tom territory, and there are some modulation options. Okay, we're sort of back where we started, and then the bottom, there's two more knobs. One of them is just a CV attenuator or attenuverter, don't remember. And this one I straight up can't read because of the light. Tension. Effectively the decay. But there's a little more going on. Alright, so that's roughly the full range of the llama. It's not crackly, it shouldn't be. I'm probably the crackly one. And hopefully I'm not clipping. I actually meant to check that, but I got distracted. I don't think I am. Hold on, let me look. No, I'm not clipping. You're good. Alright, so other drums. Crater. So I like the crater because it's got a pretty nice transient. I can hear a pretty big difference between this and this. Right, so the crater I like better for cutting through the mix if I have a lot of subs going, which is also why I sidechain from it. But the llama I use when I want to double up or get some extra wump for a secondary kick or some other things going. Very much like it. And they both sound good at the same time too. Which I don't have going on. Let me copy. There they go, both at the same time. Another interesting difference if I go just to the crater is that it is it's triggered by a gate, so it can be held. So if I do this, there's a really low rumble happening, and made even more noticeable if I start using effects and things. Whereas the llama is just a trigger, so as soon as it gets a high, it does the entire envelope. There's no sustain, which is okay. Just there's a little bit of a difference there. And then the last drum, I mean, I can go through the range of crater, but it's not really Crater, I don't remember if it's analog, but if I sort of remember something about it being sort of analog, sort of digital, depending on the thing. Like you can sort of, maybe it's not digital, maybe it's just the distortion you can get with it, because there's a few different settings on it. So if I run that, and I switch over to different, you can get some sort of clipped soundings. You can also adjust the decay and all these other things, but ultimately it sounds, there's a lot of good demos on that one anyway. The last one, there we go, lasers. This is the temp. That's a temp. I don't really use it as a kick though. I use it for like sort of a tomish snare mix thing. Anyway, back to the llama. That's a sick cowbell. Yeah, let's get back to the sick cowbell. Sounds are the best. I need to write a song around that one. That one's just sick. Yeah, that tail is just disgusting. Let's make it really long. I want to hear the whole thing in detail. Where are you? Decay. Let's crank that all the way up. Like 15 different sounds in there I love. So good. Alright. Back to short decay. This is a really funny one because the decay is like at, I don't know, 25% and it's still like this long. Pretty long. Anyway. Yeah, anything else you want me to demo or try? I can try with some slower tempos or just single hits. Oh yeah, this one's just the temp. There's no other effects on this. I think the filter's off. Yeah, filter's bypassed right now. So yeah, just the temp. Could I do temp ducking the llama? I definitely could. But I'm not. Let's see, how would I do that quickly? Take the llama out, into there, out. Yeah, I can do that. Hold on. Here, in the meantime, listen to the same thing over and over again. We'll start with one note. Oh, no, literally just one cable change. I'm pretty sure that worked. Alright, let me make sure the duck is quacking. Duck, where are you, buddy? Quack. Duck. Yeah, it should be ducking, right? Quack. We got a quack going in. Or maybe I need the quack to be the duck. Oh, I forget which one's ducking. Let's just find out by hitting a bunch of notes. It's actually way easier to patch than I thought. I just forgot how it worked. Really good pals. If I had more room for mixers, I'd probably pan one slightly one direction or the other, but ultimately it doesn't really matter too much. Alright, anything else you want me to try? Why does that sound out of tune? Okay, so that was my demo of the llama kick, which objectively doesn't have as cool of a name as the polar bear snare. But I don't remember where I put the polar bear snare. I'm pretty sure it's around here somewhere. Are you here? No. Are you over here? Nope. Huh. What you can't see is the giant pile of boxes filling my entire room. And nothing's in them but other boxes. I don't know. I give up. So, is that it? Nope. Thought it would be easier to find this thing. Maybe it's in here. Heavy breathing. Nope. Yeah, it's here somewhere. Anyway, have a good night. And try not to trip over the cardboard. A cobalt block.